If you're still trying to figure out what every single fingering on saxophone is, including these palm keys up here, or these spatula keys over here, or even these side keys over here, this video is for you. I'm going to take you through every single note, every single key on the saxophone, including alternative fingerings where there's multiple ways to play the same note. So I'm going to show you on the alto sax, but this will also work for any saxophone. All these fingerings will work on soprano, baritone, or tenor sax. So let's get started. We're going to start on the note G and go all the way up to G with the octave key. So this is G, 3 fingers in the left hand. G sharp, which is this key here, the top spatula key on the left side of your sax with the 3 fingers in the left hand. Then A, which is 2 fingers in the left hand. Then we're going to move up to B flat, and there's 3 ways to play B flat here. We're going to go A to B flat, this bottom side key down here. So not this top one, not this middle one, but this bottom side key and those 2 fingers in the left hand. There's also 1 on 1 B flat, which is this top left finger here, this index finger in the left hand, and then this top left finger here in the right hand. And then finally there's this B flat, which is that little key in between B and A, but we press it with just our index finger in the left hand, like this. Now we're going to move up to B, just 1 finger in the left hand. Now we're going to move up to C, that middle finger. There's also the side C, which is B, and this middle key. So B flat was that bottom key. Now we're moving to the middle key. Then there's C sharp, which is all the fingers up. Then we're going to go to D, 3 fingers in the left hand, 3 fingers in the right hand, and then press this octave key in the back. Then we're going to move to D sharp, which is this pinky here, 3 fingers in the left hand, 3 fingers in the right hand, and this top key here. Then we're going to go to E, 3 fingers in the left hand, 2 fingers in the right hand, and the octave key. Then we're going to go to F, 1 finger in the right hand, 3 fingers in the left hand. Now there's 2 fingerings for F sharp, which is 3 fingers in the left hand and this middle finger here. And then there's also 3 fingers in the left hand and this right finger, index finger, and then this key here, which is kind of in between the E and D key. And then finally we get to G with the octave key. And that is every single fingering between the G and the G with the octave key. Now we're going to move on to playing notes lower below the G note, all the way down to the lowest note on the saxophone, which on the alto sax is the B flat note. Before I do, my name is Alexander Mathias from saxophonemasterclass.com, and if you want to get all the fingerings to download so you can work on all of these fingerings offline, then go ahead and check out my free saxophone fingering guide. Just go to saxophonemasterclass.com/fingerings and you can download it completely free. So now we're going to move on to the low notes, starting on G, going all the way down to the low B flat. So again, we're starting on G. And we're going down this time to F sharp. And again, we have 2 fingerings for F sharp. That middle F sharp. And that side F sharp. 3 fingers in the left hand, index finger in the right hand, and this key here. Now we're going down to F. 3 fingers in the left hand, 1 finger in the right hand. Down to E, which is 3 fingers in the left hand, 2 fingers in the right hand. down to E flat or D sharp, which is 3 fingers in the left hand, 3 fingers in the right hand, and this top key here. This is a D sharp or an E flat. It's the same note. Now we're going down to D, 3 fingers in the left hand, 3 fingers in the right hand. Down to D flat or C sharp, which is 3 fingers in the left hand, 3 fingers in the right hand. This bottom key here, not this one, that's the D sharp or E flat. Now we're going down to this low key here, which closes this key down here. And then we're going to press this outside key here. And that's going to open up this key at the bottom over here. And that's going to make a D flat or C sharp note. Now we go down to low C, 3 fingers in the left hand, 3 fingers in the right hand, and this low C here. Hold all those keys down, and then this inner spatula key, and that's going to close this key over here. So we're holding all 3 fingers in the left, all 3 fingers in the right, pinky on the low C, pinky on this inner spatula key that's closest to the sax, and that's B. And finally, all those notes down again, 3 fingers in the left, 3 fingers in the right, low C, and this bottom spatula key over here. So we're going to hold that down with our pinky. And that's every single low note on the saxophone and all the fingerings. Again, download the fingerings if you want to work on these fingerings offline. Just go to saxophonemasterclass.com/fingerings. And if you want to learn more about how to get those low notes out with ease, I have another video on that. There's a link below in the description. So now we're going to move on to the higher notes on the sax, and we're going to start on G with the octave key. So now we're starting on G with the octave key on the back. And we're going to move up to the highest note on the saxophone. So we're going to go to G sharp, which we already know. This pinky finger, top spatula key, but this time we're pressing the octave key. Still pressing the octave key this whole time. We're going to go to A, 2 fingers in the left hand. Up to B flat, and remember there's 3 different B flats. There's a side B flat, 2 fingers in the left hand, and this bottom side key. There's 1 and 1 B flat. And there's the bis B flat. B with that little key in between A and B, but we hold it down with 1 finger. Again, we're holding the octave key this whole time. Now we go up to B with the octave key. Up to C, and we have 2 C's here. We have the side C, B, and this middle key here. Or middle C, which is this middle finger here. We're going up to C sharp, all the fingers up, octave key in the back. And now we're moving into these palm keys over here. So we're going to start with this one, which is the one closest to you. This is D palm key. And we're going to hold the octave key and just press that palm key. So that's high D. Now we're going to move to D sharp or E flat, which is the next palm key, the second one further away from you. Again, holding the octave key in the back the whole time. And now we're going to hold those 2 palm keys and move up to E, which is this top side key over here in the right hand. So 2 palm keys here and this top side key, and that's E. And then finally we're going to go up to F, which is that 3rd palm key, but also hold down the side key and the octave key. Now, there's an alternative key for the high F, and we're going to start on just the high E alternative key, which is this top key here. Now, this might look like these keys, but on my sax, it looks different. You press on that, and that's going to push down B, but then you want to press down A and G as well with the octave key, and this is going to make an E. Now this is a little harder to get, but this is an alternative front E key. And this is the same note as E with the palm keys, right? These two palm keys and this top side key. It's the same note. And then this leads into alternative F, the front F, which is lifting up that G key, but holding down the same notes. We're going to hold that top key that presses down B, and that top key and A, this middle finger here, and the octave key. And this is alternative F. And then if you really want to try and go even higher, you can go to the F sharp, which on the alto sax is this alternative F key, and the bottom key over here, which is that B flat key. And if you're lucky enough to have an F sharp key on the sax, you can actually just do the palm key F, all the palm keys, and this top key here, and the octave key, and then there's this little key here. It's actually above the other side F sharp key. If you have it, you can press that with the palm key, and that's going to make it high F sharp as well. So I'm going to switch between that high F sharp and the alternative F sharp. So there's two different ways to play F sharp. If you have this on your sax, you can play that one, or the alternative front F sharp, which is that top key with A, and that bottom side key again with the octave key. So that is every single fingering on the saxophone, my friend. Remember, you can get my free fingering chart at saxophonemasterclass.com/fingerings. Download the chart, print it off, and you can use that as a guide to help you with knowing exactly where all the different fingerings are in the sax, including the alternative fingerings. So I really hope you got a lot out of this lesson. Let me know in the comments below if you want to learn more about what kind of scales you should be learning on the sax to help you with learning your favorite songs. Check out this next video where I show you your first scale on the saxophone, the G major scale. That's within that middle range of the sax that I showed you at the beginning of this video. So if you are a beginner, you shouldn't be trying to learn every single fingering, because those high notes can get really difficult, those low notes can get really difficult. You should be focusing in on the middle range, and so this G major scale is the perfect scale to learn. All right, my friend, until next time, have a great day, have a great week, and happy playing.